Welcome back, guys, to the second episode of the James Fostero podcast. I will be your host again today. My name is James Fostero, and yes, I am from the UK. This podcast is based around business. This podcast is based around health. This podcast is based around maximizing every aspect of your life. And in this episode, we are coming to you from the Side Hustle Startup podcast series. So on the last podcast, we had the 1% Club podcast that was focusing around making sure that you are in that 1% club, maximizing every aspect of your life. And this podcast is the Side Hustle Startup podcast every Thursday. If you aren't subscribing yet, make sure that you do subscribe to the podcast. If you are watching on IGTV or on YouTube, then make sure that you do also follow me on YouTube and IGTV. My handle on both those platforms is at James Fostero. In this episode, this is a well-requested episode, and from my DMs, I do hear all the time, based on some of the clothing companies that I've created, some of the dropshipping clothing companies that I've started in the past few years, around how to set up or start a clothing company. If you didn't know that, I also I'm the owner of Bearded Daddy. As you can see, I have the Bearded Daddy merchandise on. I've also got the Bearded Daddy hats. For those you guys watching on IGTV or YouTube, you'll be able to see those hats now. To be fair, they are awesome. The snapbacks are probably my favourite. Now, I want this episode to detail 8 simple steps. Now, these 8 simple steps, anybody can do. You don't have to have a degree. You don't even have to have been to school. As long as you understand English, because I'm speaking in English, as long as you can understand what I'm saying and you can follow along with these steps, then you'll have no problem at all. And I've started a clothing company in less than 60 minutes and started generating hundreds of views, hundreds of visitors every day to the products and services. Now, first of all, I want to tackle a couple of the myths. So the myths are that it takes a long time to start up a clothing company. It takes a lot of money to start up a clothing company. It's complicated or complex. There's a lot of things that you need to know. Tech-related knowledge, business-related knowledge, and it's risky. Now, all of those risks are bullshit. Just going to throw it out there. They're total BS. It doesn't take a long time. It doesn't take a lot of money to start. It's not complicated or complex. It's actually very simple, and all the tools are out there, and it's not risky, because here is the underlying factor that many of you don't know. It's free. It's free to start. It is free. It's far from expensive. It costs nothing. It costs you time. And I'll take you through these steps. So, step 1, you choose a product to sell. In the case of a clothing company or a clothing brand, I'll get to that a little bit later on, because that step slightly changes. Step 2, you need hosting. Now, this information isn't new, guys, but there's a site called Shopify where you can upload your products to for a clothing company, and you can host your products on this website that has fully functioning carts, checkout processes, full terms and condition templates, full information on how to navigate around the platform, and free themes, which is step 3. So for one, park step 1. So park the fact that you need to choose a product to sell. You go into Shopify, you create a Shopify store. But James, that costs money. Well, it doesn't for the first 30 days when you got a free trial. I'll also put a link to the Shopify page for a free trial in the link in this description. Then you choose a theme. Again, the themes are free, in my opinion. From using WordPress websites, free WordPress themes can be a little bit clunky. There's not very much customer service or technical support, when you need it. Whereas a theme on Shopify, it's free, and there is a lot of technical support, and a lot of those technical bugs have all been fixed. So it's very slick. Step 4, you design your website. So you just drag and drop. You simply drag and drop with a mouse. You insert images. Some basic images is a minimum. So you can make it look pretty. You can make it look eye-catching by using free images. Again, the key word is free images. So you can use sites like Unsplash, Pixabay, and they are free HD images. That as long as you credit the photographer or the owner of the picture or the photo, then they're happy. So you've installed Shopify, you've chosen your theme, dead simple. You drag and drop what you want. You might want a carousel, you might want just some basic information. You write some text about your business, about what you're doing, the purpose, your mission, your about page, and then you're ready to start uploading some products. So step 6 is you choose a supplier. Now in this case, you supplier, a free supplier that never used to be free, that is now free, is Custom Cat. Custom Cat is a supplier based in Detroit. They produce these products, these snapbacks. That is one of our key suppliers whenever I've done Shopify stores, and I've used many of the suppliers, and I do rate Custom Cat. Again, I'll leave a link to that in the description. So you install the app Custom Cat onto your Shopify store and you browse through the catalog. It's awesome to use. You can have a single design, which is the next step, is to have a design. So I have a simple design for Bearded Daddy. So Bearded Daddy is a Bearded Daddy logo. Same for the caps, same for the sweatpants, same for all the other products, and it's one logo on multiple garments, multiple t-shirts, v-necks, hoodies, jumpers, you name it, caps, everything. And there are thousands of products to choose from on Custom Cat. And once you've done that, which is step 7, that leads on to step 8, which is generate traffic. Now you're going to say, James, how are you going to get traffic without spending money? Yes, you do have to spend money, but in this case, you've got a product to offset against the cost. So if you play the game of Facebook ads, generate traffic to your Shopify store and invest some money into your audience to generate an audience, and they buy, then as long as your costs are offset by your profits, then your quid's in. So it is free because you're just offsetting the profits against the costs. Might not always start off that way, but once you get it working, you just feed the machine. You put $1 in and you get $1.30 back, or whatever your margins are. So guys, that's it. Those are the 8 free steps. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I wanted to just do a quick 10-minute video. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed, guys. Go out and start your own Shopify store. There's no excuse at all. This is the Side Hustle Startup podcast, and this is 10-minute bursts of how we can create massive impact in your life, generate secondary sources of income, and really make a difference to yourself, your family, and your loved ones. So I hope that was useful. If you want any full details, I'll also do a blog post on this, so check the link in the description as well. And I'll catch you next Thursday, guys.